Peace and blessings unto all. I am the Amexem-Moor-Empire Grand Ambassador, Grand Noble Zenora Il, at the direction of the Amexem-Moor-Empire Constitutional Monarch, here with you today to discuss briefly the budget negotiations for the current fiscal Earth year, 301-612 Amexem-Moor calendar. It was a very interesting experience, as this was my first presence at an Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Government budget negotiation. Very interesting to get a better understanding for all the ins and outs, the intricacies and the details for the various departments of my colleagues. At this budget negotiation, there was a bit of a debate raised regarding one of the council members therein. The Minister for the Journey, Travel and Transport did express that he felt as though that the numbers allocated to his particular department may be a bit high, and perhaps they may be allocated to a different department, for instance, the Health and Vital Therapy or the Imperial Learning Agency. It's very interesting as well that if you've been following the Imperial Government budget negotiations for the last couple of years, or even if you're able to view the current budget proposal, it's very clear to see exactly where this nation is going, what our priorities are. A number of the line items are allocated to the Department for the Health and Vital Therapy, but also the Imperial Learning Agency, so that we are sure that we have everything in place for our nationals, and even for those that perhaps are within our sphere of influence, not just for our day-to-day operations, but also in the case that an emergency may happen. So we have everything necessary, all of our supplies for the health maintenance and the welfare of our nationals, and those within our sphere of influence, but also so that in case of an emergency, all of our records, our annals, our histories, and the information that our nationals need to be able to secure themselves and their families are also and always in place. So I think that's very important to really know the priorities of the folks that you're around as well as your own. In addition to that debate, one of the things that I thought was very positive, that despite that there was some debate that was roused, and of course the Imperial Government budget is set the way and proposed in a particular way for a reason, that there was still great respect between all of the council members for that particular minister's opinion. I think there's something to be said greatly that even though there may be disagreement regarding any particular department or between any particular issue that may be raised, that you have the confidence in the one that's sitting across the table from you, your colleagues, your brother, your sister, that they have great command over their particular area. And so it let me know a lot that the folks that I was seated with, not just from the questions that were being asked, but also how they were being answered from the various ministers, that they've actually taken the time to go through the budget to actually have a clear understanding or overstanding of everything that their department entails and everything that the nationals may ask or may require of that particular department head from their particular department. There were a number of questions regarding some of the other departments, for instance, the land management, regarding the changes in the weather patterns, having a comprehension of the various equipment and the line items that may be ordered, where they're going to be positioned, how they're utilized, all of those kinds of things, so that we may be able to function to the highest level that we're able to, and also able to clearly articulate, especially me as I'll say the speaker box for this nation, to be able to clearly articulate to someone who sees this and has a question of, what is this for? Where are my proceeds going for? How does this benefit this nation and its growth? How does it benefit me and my family, and what is my role here? And I thought that was a very, very interesting and very well worth the wait experience for this Earth year's budget proposal and its legislation, which I neglected to mention at the forefront, was legislated unanimously between all of the council members that were there. Withholding perhaps the conversation regarding some of those disagreements or some of those debates that were raised at a later time, or for the upcoming budget proposals for the coming Earth year. On behalf of the entire Amexem-Moor-Empire National Collective, I do thank all of you for being present to participate.